What's up, Sabres Nation? Data here with episode 9 of the Buffalo Sabres Franchise Mode here in the Year 2 playoffs, the 2021 run with the Buffalo Sabres. We are coming off a President's Trophy victory in season number 2, and our first round matchup is up against the Detroit Red Wings. Now, before we can get into today's episode, I just gotta say a lot has happened on the channel over the last couple days. On Thursday evening, we had our first live stream where we ended up taking over the San Jose Sharks. It was an absolute blast where we tried to get a Stanley Cup for Joe Thornton. We reacquired Patrick Marleau. We got Jason Pominville on the team. We had Kyle Wood, the GOAT, as well. It was a really fun stream, and season 2 with the San Jose Sharks will be going once again next Thursday night. Now that we're getting into the school year and everything, I believe that my schedule over the coming months, September, October, November, will be uploads on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, with live streams on Thursday nights being the upload on Friday. So this is how it's going to look on a normal week. Monday comes around, it's a different upload. It's either SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, FIFA 20, or anything else that comes out in the future. Wednesday, as of now, NHL 20 Buffalo Sabres. Friday upload is the Thursday live stream with the San Jose Sharks, NHL 20 once again. And then Saturday is Buffalo Sabres once again. So you are getting 2 Buffalo Sabres uploads per week, 1 San Jose Sharks upload per week, as well as 1 other video. As of now, when NHL 21 comes out, the Buffalo Sabres and the San Jose Sharks are going to be swapped out for different teams. But as of now, over the months of September and probably half of October, so maybe the next 6 weeks or something, that is going to be my schedule for now. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, and Friday being a repeat of Thursday. But make sure you come out on Thursday nights, because Thursday night is when you get to throw in your input. If you saw the Thursday live stream, which was re-uploaded, it was a blast on the chat. We were having fun, and it's going to be on Twitch. All subsequent streams are on Twitch, so make sure you look in the description. I put all my new links there. There's Twitter, there's Twitch, which is twitch.tv/data782. Make sure you follow that so you're notified of when I go live. And there's also business inquiries, because, hey, we passed 1,000 subscribers. So thank you, everyone, for the 1,000 subscribers. We finally passed it. It's been quite a journey over the last 6 months or so to get here. And now that, I don't know, maybe now that we're over 1,000, I have to say business inquiries. So data782yt@gmail.com for any and all contact. As well, I don't know, people have been commenting. Well, you know what? Let's get into the comments right now. First comment I got to say, someone who asked for a shout out, it goes to Lev's Vids. He says, can I have a shout out? I subbed and I turned on all notifications. Can you make merch? Because I will buy it like a tie-dye. So people are asking for merch. I don't know, maybe we'll make merch someday. As of now, I'm just happy with what we have going on right now. Let's get into specific Buffalo Sabre comments now. There were a few concerning players to go after, so I've updated the watch list accordingly. Specifically, we've added, according to Robert Zima, Nikita Gusev, who he says goes off for him. He hit 87, 88 overall on the second line. Nikita Gusev's on an expiring deal, and he does fit our top 6 forwards, so he would be a possibility, maybe over the offseason. We'll have to see, but just putting him on the watch list for doing our due diligence. As well as one of the biggest comments ever coming from Joel Lit Jukes, a very well thought out comment. I'm just going to put it up here. You can pause and read it if you'd like. But basically he's saying, look at Rhett Gardner as a replacement for Big Zemgus for the 4th line. He also talks about maybe the possibility of trading Lucas Raymond because of line fit and trying to get a stacked D. So that's to be touched on in next offseason. But for now, Rhett Gardner, he's a possibility to be our future 4th line center. Thank you to Joel for that. Next comment coming from Pat Sully. Great stuff, my man. Love the French play-by-play. Also laughed hard at you running with the cap jiu-jitsu bit. Then he goes on to say that for Michael Rasmussen, he hasn't been doing well since we acquired him over on the 3rd line. We thought he would do a lot, but ends up that in the 21 games that he played, only scored 4 points with a -4. So basically saying that we got to change him to a power forward as well, so as to help the 3rd line chemistry short term, and long term, that's where the cheap deal giving your stars a +5 while taking up a little cap so you can keep those studs. So Skinner at $9 million looks a lot better if both wingers on a line cost $11 million, because Michael Rasmussen, he's locked up on an extension of like, is it 1.7 for 8 years, something like that. So he'll do well if he can make it into the top 6 eventually. But as of now, we're going to switch him to a power forward. I'm a big proponent for realistic player type changes. If he's a sniper who doesn't score, but he's 6'6" and a big boy with 84 body checking and 86 strength or whatever, I have no problem problem changing him into a power forward because of this broken system. If you think it's cheating or something, let me know in a comment, and I will write you a book on why I think it's not. I think that changing realistically totally makes sense. This guy's 225. Come on. Also, as a power forward, he could play the penalty kill, which would help out his potential and the penalty kill itself. So we're going to go ahead and swap him up and see how it looks. Look at this guy. He's a unit. His head doesn't even totally fit on the top of the screen. He's massive. Maybe I'll possibly even change him to a winger down the road if his face-offs do not develop. But now on the third line, okay, we get the +1 on the third line. Beautiful. So 74 face-offs. He's not the worst centerman, but we'll play him on the wing for right now, and the +1 should hopefully help out. If we go and look at penalty kill now, we're at -1s here. It really wasn't looking too good. So if I could swap in Michael Rasmussen on the penalty kill for Michael Granlund as a power forward, that might get it to a 0. No, it's still at a -1 because he doesn't fit the line. We've had big trouble with our penalty kill. Hayden Fleury fits it, which is why I've kept him there, because if I put Montour or anybody else, gives it a -2 now. So it's really a lose-lose situation here. I don't think I can play Rasmussen if it's going to stay at -1, so I may as well just keep Michael Granlund there. If I swap around Granlund and Reinhardt, maybe that'll do something. Maybe that'll do something. Yeah, it's tough to figure this out. If I just change the centers, no, I don't want to do that. So we'll try it like this. Hopefully it helps out, and we'll go from there. But we'll definitely not be afraid to tweak things as will be needed as we go through the playoffs here. There was also some talk of moves to make in the offseason. MVL1 2K7 said that we should be trading Montour, Helm, Granlund, Gurionov, etc., etc. Montour to be traded. Rasmussen can play on the wing and all that, going after the 2 Washington Capital prospects as well. Jack Milne said something similar. Love the new mic. Thank you very much. Honestly, I believe that Montour is not worth it. You should let him walk or see if you can trade him. You can find cheap guys who fit chemistry-wise for the same cap who are better. So that's a possibility. Another offseason idea from Mayor 0508 Gaming. The reason your penalty kill doesn't fit is your coach. You have a forward coach which only focuses on offense. So in the offseason, we may have to look to change coaches, even though we have a great fit on the first line. We'll have to see who's available, though, for sure. It'll really depend on who's available. A bunch of other really great comments. Landon the Dog, wow, you are good at French. Josh Barber, Mike sounds crisp. So thanks, everybody, for adding your input. As you can see by your comments, I always reply to all of them because there's always a lot of stuff to say, but I can't always throw all of them into the video because it's just going to be a Q&A episode. So we can't update the trade block right now, but heading into the draft, I'm assuming, well, at the end of the episode, whether we win the cup or not, I'll update the trade block. And I'm thinking it'll look like Montour and Granlund, and then one of Raymond, Gurionov, or Puljujärvi, depending on playoff performance, etc. So we are ready finally to head into the playoffs after that intro. There's a lot of stuff to look in the offseason. If it's actually your first time joining us for a playoff episode, since there's been a lot of new people joining the channel recently, what I do in these playoff episodes is that whether we lose in 4 games in the first round or it goes to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals, this episode will be about an hour or so as to keep it from being spoiled. That's something that I always hate when I watch franchise modes, when I say it's a 20-minute playoff and I know that you don't make it far. So it'll just be a black screen at the end if we end up not going as deep as we would like. But the first opponent that we have to get through is the Detroit Red Wings. They have a couple of old faces here, Dominic Cahoon and Kyle Okposo, who are going to come back to bite us in this series, so we really have to show them what we've got. Kyle Okposo, he did well for the Red Wings, but so did Dominic Cahoon. He did really well for the Wings, getting 13 points in 20 games since we traded him there. I didn't like letting go of Dominic Cahoon, but I didn't see us being able to hang on to him once his contract expired after next season, and we have a lot of people trying to crack the lineup. Defense, they have a decent defense. They have like a solid, a solid mediocre defense, I'd say. It's not like it's really weak and then gets even weaker. It's all around 83 to 79, so I can respect that. Forward core, I don't see much scoring aside from their top line, but they do have some depth there with Robbie Fabry on the 4th, etc. And between the pipes, they have Jonathan Bernier, who somehow is an 82 overall, who, although his record was only 29, 27, and 7, he had 4 shutouts, a 916 save percentage, and a 2.66 goals against average. So pretty respectable numbers, I have to say. Zadina is scratched as well for them, but aside from that, we are ready to go here in year number 2, playoff time. We're coming off a franchise record in wins with a record of 59, 19, and 4. President's Trophy under our belts. Last season, we had a good playoff run, but this year we want to go all the way underway, and it starts at home at the KeyBank Center for Game 1, Round 1, up against the Red Wings. Let's do it. Rasmussen against his old team. Cahoon and Okposo against his. Okposo, he signed that big contract with us. Jack Eichel's the captain. He really wants to get it done. Jeff Skinner had a crazy season. Okay, first period, let's do it. 2-1 lead. Michael Granlund on the power play and Jeff Skinner. Let's go. Second period, 3-1 now. Casey Middlestat in his first playoffs. There we go. 2-goal lead here in the third period. Jack Eichel won the Art Ross and the Maurice Richard Trophy this year. He is looking to have a diminutive, is that even a word? A huge playoff run because he wants a Conn Smythe and a Stanley Cup ring to add to those titles. 5 minutes to go here in the third period. We're out shooting Detroit 36-24, and that's going to be all she wrote. Add an empty netter for Darren. I totally forgot about Darren Helm, the former Red Wing. Of course, he gets the empty netter. Huge 23 save performance from Linus Ullmark as well. That guy is just simulating like an animal. Linus Ullmark, my man. Forgot about Darren Helm, who also really wants a Stanley Cup as well. He's been fighting. He has rings already, but he's been fighting in the NHL since 2005. He's 34 years old. He's looking good on that fourth line. Big Zemgus wants a Stanley Cup because this is likely his last season with us. Let's go, boys. This is a team that just is poised to win. Let's do it. Let's do it. Michael Hutchinson, he's 31. He wants a ring. Let's go. 1-0 series lead. Looking good thus far. No need to even keep talking about it. We go straight to game 2 at home. Let's take the 2-0 series lead. Let's do it. First period, 2-0 Sabres. Sam Reinhart and Jack Eichel. Second period, 4-0 Rasmus Ristolainen and Victor Olofsson. The old management wanted to trade Ristolainen. We came in here. We said, get out of here, Rasmus. We love you. We love you. Stay on board, and we promise good things will come, and here it is. Shots 35-21 halfway through the third period. Let's just call it a day, my friends. 1 goal for Taro Hirose to break the shutout, but 4 goals on 41 shots as we once again take down the Red Wings. 1 goal, 1 assist for Eichel. Another very worthy performance of Linus Ullmark. 26 saves from him. Reinhardt a goal and an assist. The top line was getting it done. 2-0 series lead as we are looking good with back-to-back 4-1 wins at home. But now we head over to Little Caesars Arena. They're hot, they're ready, and they're going to try to put the puck in the back of the net in Detroit. Let's do it. First period, 1-0 Rasmus Ristolainen. Second period, 2-1. Gurionov scores for us, but Dylan Larkin, welcome to the show. Took him till game 3 for the first line center to get a goal. Shots are 29-9 in our favor heading into the period here. It's crazy. 2-1 halfway through this period. 32-18 the shots. Every game we have just been pelting the net, but Jonathan Bernier playing, you know what, all things considered, he's playing quite well. A couple power plays back-to-back for the Red Wings. Late and Taro Hirose, just as the power play expired, ties it up 2-2. We're headed to overtime. Game 3 at Little Caesars Arena. A goal for us puts us up 3-0 in this series. A goal for Detroit gets them back in it and cuts our lead 2-1. Bertuzzi, nice save by Ullmark early on, passes it out. That's rare from the CPU. Here we go. Here's an attack the other way. Eichel to Reinhart, the 2 top scorers in the NHL. Big save, rebound, scores! Jack Eichel! A bit of a sloppy goal as he picks up a rebound, and then it hits off his skates and goes in. I'm surprised the computer didn't call it back or at least go to review. But we take it in overtime and now have a 3-0 stranglehold on this series. I want to see that one again. But a classic Reinhart-Eichel link-up. Takes the shot, takes the rebound. I think the rebound is stopped, then it hits off Eichel's skates. We'll take what we can get. That's the thumbnail possibly right there. That's a nice shot. I can't even see it. But I'll take anything that we can get as it is a 3-2 victory here in Detroit. We sweep the 3 stars. We led shots 38-something, 20-something, and we're ready to close it out. Over in Rochester, we didn't even make the playoffs, yikes. But Lucas Raymond scored 61 points in 76 games. Pretty respectable for his first season in North America. At Little Caesars, let's call it a day and just sweep the Red Wings out of here. Get Okposo and Cahoon out. We haven't seen anything from them. First period, 1-0, Dominic Cahoon. What a classic EA jinx. Second period, 1-1. All right, Jeff Skinner ties it up. He was second in league scoring, and he's just been amazing since we took over this team. team. Victor Olofsson on the power play gives us that 2-1 lead as we begin to pull away just a little bit here in the third period. Our special teams are firing on all cylinders. Power play once again, this time killed off by Detroit. 5 minutes to go with a slim 1-goal lead. 3-2. Red Wings are going to pull that goalie. We have a power play late, and Casey Middlestat adds a power play empty net goal as we will take this series in 4 straight games. A 29 save performance from Linus Ullmark. Jonathan Bernier played well, but not well enough because he had no offense to support him. And ladies and gentlemen, we are through to the second round. We'll see you when we have an opponent. Really great performances from everyone. 6 points in 4 games for the third line center, Casey Middlestat. And wow. It is the Toronto Maple Leafs here in the second round. The 2 best teams in the NHL, I believe, are going to be facing off here in the conference semifinals. That is something. So the Toronto Maple Leafs, they were 55-23-4. They were just 8 points behind us for the President's Trophy. They have a great team. This is giving me playoff stats at the top there, power play and PK percentage. But if I scroll down here, so we scored more goals for per game than them, but they're better defensively. Power play, they were better. Penalty kill, they were better. So this is going to be a very tough matchup against the Toronto Maple Leafs, who also, by the way, took down the Lightning in 6 games. It's the Penguins and the Canadiens over in the other matchup in the East. Blues and Wild, Flames and Kings in the West. Let's check out Toronto's lines. All right, so first line, Nylander, Tavares, Marner, that's filthy. Second line, Kapanen, Matthews, and Hyman, wow. Third line, Andreas Janssen, Alex Kerfoot, and Nick Patan, Ilya Mikheyev, Carl Soderberg, and Pierre Engvall in the fourth. Defense, they have Riley and Sandin, Muzzin and Dermott, and Sekera and Hall. Nothing too crazy, but Frederik Andersen, 88 overall, is a beast between the pipes. Any scratches, nothing big. Nick Cousins. So yeah, the top 6 is definitely crazy. 6 points in 6 games, 8 points in 6 games, 9 points in 6 games. Kapanen 4, Matthews 12 and 6, Hyman 4 and 6. So very good team. The bottom 6 seems to be playing well. No, not even, just Kerfoot. Soderberg playing okay. Morgan Riley 8 points with 7 assists. So the defense isn't anything too wild aside from Morgan Riley. The forwards is just their top 6, and goalies is Frederik Andersen. But we can't underestimate them because they had a crazy season. It seems to work in the regular season. So here we are in the playoffs. We'll see what we can do. We have home ice advantage. It's game 1, round 2 against the second best team in the NHL. This is going to be a tight series, and it all starts off here. Game 1, Hyman, first shot of the game, 1-0 Toronto. First period, 2-0 as Mitch Marner adds one of his own. Second period, 4-1 now. Morgan Riley and Nick Patan. Jack Eichel scores in the power play for us. We're outshooting them 28-20, but we're down by 3 here in the third period. Who's going to be my hero? Who's going to bring... There we go. Brendan Montour. He heard his name in the trade rumors, and he said, let me put this team on my back. He gets us back within 2, but then Soderberg restores that 3-goal lead. May not be enough. Power play for Toronto. We kill it off. Outshooting them 34-27, but down by 3 with 5 minutes to go. I don't see it happening. Not going to happen. We outshot Toronto 38-31, but we dropped this game 5-2. 37 save performance from Frederik Andersen. Got to give it to him. That's a tough loss. Not a lot of scoring from 5-on-5 play. I need to see Jeff Skinner. I need to see Jesse Puljujarvi needs to get in on this. Let's go, boys. Here in game 2, let me see who really wants to step up after a game like that. First period, down 1-0. Justin Hall scores. Second period, 2-0. Rasmus Sandin. What are these goals from defensemen? Shots tied at 23. We got to break through the wall of Frederik Andersen. Come on, boys. Let's go. Where's the scoring power? Might have to switch around the 5-on-5 lines after this one if we can't get any goals. Power play. This is big. Killed off. Come on. 5 minutes to go. Down by 2. Jack, where are you? No, nothing. We lose 2-0, get shut out. A 37 save shutout for Frederik Andersen. 29 saves from Ullmark, but man, left him out, hung him out to drive. Guryanov, sore foot, out till May 9th, so we're going to make a few switches here. Puljujarvi up to the second line here. Michael Rasmussen's done nothing through 6 games. Middlestat 2-4, Granlund 1-3. I'm going to try Middlestat on the second line with Skinner and Puljujarvi. Third line's going to be Rasmussen with Granlund and Timashov. Could I do that? Yeah, let's do that. And then coming in on depth for forwards on the 4th line is going to be Remy Ellie right there. Okay, gives it a 0, 0. Okay, so he's not really going to do much. So Remy Ellie, he's going to go there. We'll have to switch up some special teams. We'll try Rasmussen on the 2nd unit of power play to give him a little bit of time. And then down here, we'll swap in Puljujärvi. Come on, boys. We're down to nothing in this series. This is a game that we have to get back in on. We cannot afford to go down 3 games. We cannot afford it. These are going to be the lines moving into the next one. I'm keeping the first line as it is. Second line has some changes. Let's go. Let's see what we can do. It is... oh, yeah, Guryanov's out for a while. May 9th? Yeah, today's the 27th. Guryanov's going to be out until, like, at least midway through the 3rd round, is it? Or the start of the 3rd round if it went that far. If we make it. But we got to make it there first. So, Game 3, we drop both games at home. We're here at Scotiabank Arena to really have to fight our way into this series and somehow get pucks past Frederik Andersen. Early power play, nothing. First period, 1-0 Toronto. Power play goal from Morgan Rielly. Second period, okay, there we go. Jeff Skinner and Jack Eichel both scoring 5-on-5 even strength goals. That's what we need. Finally getting past Frederik Andersen after like 6 periods of not scoring. Or maybe, actually, I think it was like 5. But either way, 2-1 lead here in the 3rd period. We're leading shots by a little bit, but Mitch Marner ties it up right away. 2-2 game with 15 minutes to go. Shots 25-21. Frederik Andersen just really, really, really wants to get that cup. Toronto with one of their best teams in a long time performance-wise. We killed off that power play late. 5 minutes to go. Who is going to be the hero for Buffalo? We're headed to overtime. Overtime here at Scotiabank Arena. Big divisional matchup between 2 teams that know each other well. A goal for us makes this series 2-1 in the Maple Leafs' favor, but a goal for Toronto puts them up 3-0 in this series, and really, that was a close one. Really puts us on the edge. Big breakup by Eichel at the blue line. Now he has a breakaway. All alone, it's Jack Eichel on the... He passed it backwards. What are you doing, Jack? What are you doing? Saved by Allmark. Hyman stop. Rebound. Another save. My goodness. If this goal, if something were to go in right now. Oh my goodness. Get it out. Get it out. Get it out. Get it out. Okay. Let's go revisit that. Jack Eichel's on a breakaway. Let's see what he does right here. Okay, it was poke checked. It was poke checked. You know what? I take it back. See, I will definitely fault him for waiting until here and not even having shot the puck yet. But I will not fault him for passing it backwards. It's just a poke check. But still, what are you doing? Shoot the puck. I'd rather take a power play, not even a power play, I'd rather just take an attack in the zone than a breakaway, because breakaways never work in this broken game. Kapanen in front, big one-timer save from Linus Ullmark. That was a scary opportunity, but Ullmark stood tall. Matthews, Jake Muzzin, pad save from Ullmark. One time, oh my goodness, what a crazy goal that was. Huge one-timer that just bounced straight out of the net. And the Leafs have a 3-0 series lead over us now. That is just crazy. What a wild goal. Great angle here, thanks. Can't see anything. The ref blocking the entire thing. Then he skates backwards like he's in a speed skating competition. Huge one-timer there. That just flies by Linus Ullmark. By Alex Kerfoot. And that's going to be a 3-0 series deficit now, my friends. That is tough. We allowed 3 goals on 36 shots, 2 goals on 34. Frederik Andersen with a .941 save percentage. You just can't beat this guy. But of course, if we get swept, the team that plays them next will somehow sweep them or something, right? Anyways, after sweeping 4 straight against the Detroit Red Wings, we have now lost 3 straight against the Toronto Maple Leafs and are on the edge of elimination here. I'm not sure what changes we can really make. The forwards, I can't really touch much more than that, I don't think. Dahlin has 1 assist through 7 games. Ristolainen 2-2. Jokiharju 2. -3s here. Colin Miller. Maybe I'll move Colin Miller up with Brendan Montour switched out. -3. Yeah, let's try that. Colin Miller is going to move up to the second pair. It's not much of a change, but it's something. I don't think we can get a +3 no matter what we do on any of these units. No, we can't. So here we go. It's all or nothing, boys. If you want it, then show me that you want it. Let's go. Game 4, round 2 in Toronto. We need to stage a big comeback. We've done it before in other franchise modes. Let's do it again. First period early on, 2-0 Leafs. Janssen scores twice. Jesse Puljujärvi scores for us. Shot 17-8 in our favor, but Frederik Andersen, man, crazy. Second period now, 3-2, another goal apiece. Engvall scores for them. Casey Middlestat on the power play for us. Shots 24-19 in our favor, and we're down by 1 here in the third period. This cannot be our final 20 minutes, boys. Let's go. Who's going to tie this game up? I want to see some offense from Rasmus Dahlin, from Victor Olofsson, from Jeff Skinner, from Michael Granlund maybe. 5 minutes to go. Nothing happening. Boys, somebody late. Somebody. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a disgusting third period. How is Frederik Andersen this good? Why isn't he this good in real life? Toronto has to suffer every year. 35-24 the shots, and we lose 3-2 to get swept out of the second round. 33 saves for Frederik Andersen. Man, now that is a disappointing playoffs if I've ever seen one. 9 points in 8 games for Casey Middlestat. That's very nice to see from the rookie. But wow, President's Trophy winners swept in the second round. Linus Ullmark had a .921 save percentage and 2.21 goals against, and that still wasn't even enough to get us through. Matthews, 15 points in 10 games. Riley, 14. Marner, 13. Tavares, 10. Let's see Anderson, .935 save percentage, 2.07 goals against average. Almost as good as Mackenzie Blackwood's .936 and 2.06 goals against average in the San Jose Sharks live stream. Shout out if you saw Mackenzie Blackwood put on a show on Thursday nights, but oh, wow. Victor Olofsson with 6. Eichel with 5. Only 5 points in 8 games from the Art Ross Trophy winner. Reinhart with 5. Granlund with 5. Skinner with 4. 3 goals as well. Just really, no one showed up here. No one really showed up. Only a couple people. Darren Helm had his 1 goal. Zemgus 1 assist. Remy Ellie was a 0 plus minus at least. Colin Miller ended up +3. Timashov was a -5. Rasmussen, no points and a -1. Boy. There are some changes coming in the offseason, I think. -6 for Montour. Come on. Really disappointing here. So now that that's all figured out, I'm going to simulate up until like midway through May. I'm going to update the scouts. I had people asking me to see how I do my scouting, so I'll come back in the middle of May to show you how my scouting is going. So now here on May 11th, going to update you on the scouting. Still in year number 2, there's not a lot of great prospects in places like the OHL, QMJHL, WHL. You want to look at guys who are 17 years old usually. Those are the guys who are going to be created. 18, 19, 20 years old are people who are real and they won't have stuff like elite potential. So we're picking around 24, 25, 26. So guys like 12th overall, I don't spend too much time scouting. I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more about him, but guys like Pinelli and Chaika, I don't need to see more about them. Chaika, I already know that he's probably medium top 4. Connor Lockhart, I'd like to know more about him. So you just fly through like this. You look at potential, high elite. Okay, I'll look at you. Go medium elite. I don't think I have a pick around that spot, so I'm not going to waste a scout. Blah, blah. Medium elite. We want to scout those guys. Brings me to June 23rd. That's it. June 23rd, you stop. You go to your next scout in the OHL, and you continue on from there. Brand Clark, we know that he's medium elite. We want to try to get him. Low top 6, 17-year-old. Yes, I would like to scout you some more. Blah, blah. These guys are all elite, and medium top 4. Medium elite, possibly. And that brings me to June 22nd. That's it. So unfortunately, I can't scout that much more because I don't have a lot of great scouts who are as efficient as they could be. But that's pretty much it. You go all the way down till you can. There's a lot of guys that haven't been scouted because, like I said, there's not a lot of scouting that you want. You don't want to waste too much time on the OHL, WHL, QMJHL on a guy who's ranked 200th and is 19 years old because you know that he's not going to be anything special because EA did not give him potential, like low elite potential or something. Those gems you'll find in Russia, USA Central, USA East, USA West, etc. So I'm going to go through all of these guys, take care of the scouting, and then I'll show you an updated draft class once we know what our draft position is going to be when we find out who wins the Stanley Cup. So the Penguins organization pulls a double as they win the Stanley Cup with Pittsburgh and the Calder Cup with the Wicklesbury Scranton team. So congratulations to the Pittsburgh Penguin organization on the Stanley Cup and the Calder Cup. Quite a feat to accomplish. So the team that we lost to last year in the conference finals, who went on to lose in the Stanley Cup finals, wins Stanley Cup this year. New Jersey stays at number 1. Philadelphia goes from 6-2. Florida from 9-3. No big changes aside from that, like no teams who had traded picks Everyone had their own first round pick. Simulating up to the draft here, retired players. Is Darren Helm or anybody else retiring? Chris Kunitz, David Baca, some legends here. Just looking at the Buffalo Sabres. No retirements for us. And also, I totally forgot to mention, did he retire? No, he did not, but Ryan Miller was on our team. I literally did not even think about that till now. We had him as our third goalie in case Linus Ullmark were to get injured. He would have been splitting starts with Michael Hutchinson. I totally forgot about Ryan Miller. Anybody who may have been screaming at their screen to remind me, my apologies. Totally forgot about Ryan Miller. We reacquired him and tried to win him a cup here with the Buffalo Sabres. A lot of random people retiring. Porter, former guy on our team. So no one big in the retirements, at least, or in the goalies either. Any retirements for coaches? No, sirree, Bob. Ethan Prow is now a scout. Okay, whoever that is. Sajak and Green. And now here we are up at the draft. So now we can go to the draft board, see where our pick exactly is going to be. And it is the 27th overall pick. So we pick around... I don't know why it shows me 22, 23, 24 when we're picking at 27. And then pick 27 of the second round is 58. So I don't know why they're showing me 54, 52, 53. So we want to go look picks 27 and 58. So pick 27 is probably going to be Kernkovich here. He's medium top 6, I believe. Sometimes he does pretty well, actually. So that wouldn't be a terrible pick. Zachary Bolzuk from the Rimouski Oceanic. Medium top 6 perhaps, some other good options. And then, or I could even go for Dylan Guenther or Connor Lockhart. Lockhart's a guaranteed medium top 6, similar to Gabrick, 2 years away. Guenther, similar to Gabrick, 2 years away. Interesting. No one else really around that area. And then at 58, no one super interesting, maybe Nicholas Harrison, but these guys I wouldn't want to go for them. Sheesh, not a lot. Brant Clark, actually. I could take Brant Clark with the second round pick, who we know is medium elite. 5 years away from the NHL, though he's somewhere in the 50 overalls. Look at all these flags here. Look at all these successive flags. Let's see if I can get these right. I think this is, I know this is Sweden, Hungary, Germany. I think this is, I keep forgetting if this is Slovenia or Slovakia. Then you have Switzerland. I think that's either Denmark or Norway. Then you have the US, then Finland, Canada. Okay, a lot of different flags in that little stretch there. If we were to make a trade to move into the top picks, if we were to use a piece like Granlund or Montour to try and move up, this guy Arvidsson looks amazing as a sniper. In an A-plus league, scored 20 goals, 19 assists, similar to Patrick Kane and NHL ready. That would be amazing playing in the SHL. Atu Rati's going to go first overall, but he never develops two-way forward. I don't know why he's always slated to go number 1, even when guys like this are behind him. Samu Pessinen will be good as well, a good center playmaker. Then, of course, we all know how good Trevor Wong is. So if I could trade for the second overall pick, that would be amazing. But I don't know. That would only depend if New Jersey or, Philadelphia wants to trade it. I could also just make a pick down here, somewhere in the top 10. Marcus Popov, playing in an A-plus league, 11 goals, 17 assists, a playmaking center. NHL ready. Ooh. Then you have Pasi Piernes, also playing an A-plus league, similar to Rob Blake, NHL ready, 18 points in 57 games, defensive defenseman. Then Tommy Martins, Victor Hedman, similar to him and NHL ready as well, 15 points in 57 games. These are some tempting options right there within the top 10. Aside from that, I'm going to have to hear from all of you, boys and girls. What do you think about possibly trading up? And where would we trade up? And what would we use to trade up? Because we can't, I can fix the trade block here. My trade block moving into the draft will look like this. I'm between Guryanov and Puljujarvi. I'll probably put Puljujarvi here on the block. So 5 years left at 3.125, 82 overall. He wasn't terrible. He had a really good season, actually, 45 points. But between Puljujarvi, Lucas Raymond, and Guryanov, depending on the coach as well. But Granlund, he'll either be our third line center or he'll get traded because it'll depend on Dylan Cousins' growth. Brendan Montour, we don't know. 1 year left not 1 year left. He has his extension coming in, which is for, I believe, 3.85 or 95 million for multiple years. So I don't know if we're going to keep him or not. Need to hear from all of you on that as well. My wants: top 4 defensemen, second line forward, depth defense. Yeah, I guess that's okay. That's not bad for my wants. And if I just go to future picks, I always like turning these on, as well as the currents. Okay, perfect. So that'll be the trade block moving into the draft. We have a lot of questions still, like we said, but man, That was a disappointing playoff run for sure. Expiring deals, not too many of them. Darren Helm, we could bring back. No, he wants too much. A lot of these guys are going to be let go, including Zemgus Girgensons, I think. He wouldn't want a lot of money, just that he doesn't want the extension, so it might be too hard to get him locked up. Looking at Brendan Montour's exact deal, it's 3.850 for another good amount of years. Ryan Miller, I don't think we bring him back. He doesn't want the extension either, so yeah, he'll probably be let go. Oh boy, so we got some questions definitely moving into the draft. We can close it out by looking at the progress reports as well as the awards. So for progress on this team, who had some good progress? Reinhardt at a 90, Eichel at a 93, Middlestat at an 85, Puljujarvi 82, Dahlin 88, Skinner 86, Olofsson 85. That's very nice. Yoki Haru at an 83. Fleury has not grown. Guryanov's up to an 84, so maybe he'll take that spot on the second line. Not sure. Michael Rasmussen still at an 80 overall. Then if we just go look in the system, Kronholm is up to a 68, these random guys. Casey Fitzgerald at a 76. Ooh, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is now 80 overall. So he has to be at least our backup next season. So do we go Ullmark and Luukkonen? What happens to Michael Hutchinson? Maybe just put him in the minors because I like keeping him in the system. Dylan Cousins still has not grown from a 78 overall. He put up 131 points in 67 games, so he really has to grow this offseason. Aside from that, not really any growth from anybody else, I don't believe. Kyle Wood, of course, at a 77, had a 20-point season and a plus 16. We love having him on these teams. Derek Pouliot has not grown since we got him. No, nothing special from him. And Lucas Raymond, we'll have to see how he grows. Playoff tree, by the way, want to check that. So, wow, the Penguins took down the Leafs in 5 games. Wow. And then they beat the Minnesota Wild, who somehow made it to the Stanley Cup Finals in 6 games. That's crazy. Who did Minnesota have on their team? Minnesota. Eric Stahl scored 23 points in 23 games at the age of 36. Zuccarello, Parise, Fiala, Galchenyuk. Yeah, it's pretty much the same team. That's crazy. I don't know how they made it that far. Who's in nets for them? Dubnyk, 35 years old. Okay, good for them. The Penguins, of course, led by Crosby, Gensel, Malkin. They still had enough in the tank for one more run with Matt Murray between the pipes. Look at those numbers. 940 save percentage and 1.83 goals against average. He has to have won the Conn Smythe. Let me see Toronto here. Yeah, they ended up getting... They did nothing in that second round. Not a lot of guys' point totals changed. And Frederik Andersen, of course, he probably fell off a bridge, right? No, 930, still good numbers. They probably just weren't able to beat Matt Murray. Last thing, got to check the awards, of course. We know some of them, but we don't know all of them. Penguins win the Cup. President's Trophy goes to us. It was Wild and Penguins in the Cup Finals. Penguins were there for the second straight year. Individual awards. So we know that Art Ross goes to Jack Eichel. Did he win the Hart? Yes, he did. So Jack Eichel takes his first Hart trophy. That is wonderful. James Norris goes to John Carlson. Very understandable. Had a great season. Lady Bing to Patrice Bergeron. Calder goes to Isaac Lundstrom. What? Isaac Lundstrom. I saw he was on the 4th line with Anaheim, but yeah, he did lead rookies in points. So that makes sense. I just don't know how he got all those points, but Isaac Lundstrom, congrats. He was a big piece in our Anaheim Ducks franchise mode. Happy to see him getting success. Conn Smythe to Matt Murray, very well done. Vezina to Frederik Andersen, as well as the Jennings. Masterton to Marco Scandella. Jack Adams to the coach of the Wild. That's very understandable. Selke to Anze Kopitar for the 2nd straight year and 3rd time in 4. Ted Lindsay to Jack Eichel. You love to see it. And Maurice Richard, like we already knew, to Jack Eichel as well. I doubt we won any awards. Oh, we did. Lucas Raymond, he got the most outstanding rookie player award. So the equivalent of the Calder for Lucas Raymond down in the AHL. So that's going to be it for this one, boys and girls. Heading into the offseason, we have questions about the roster and about our coaching staff as well. Do we keep our head coach? He's done very well. He's A+. He's great at everything. He has a 72% team fit, but he's offensive, which does not help the penalty kill. And I don't know. He fits well with so many guys. It would have to be someone really good if we were to replace him. But man, yeah, especially don't forget about our watch list as well. We have many people who we've put on the list over the last couple seasons that people have asked about going after. I don't know how many we could really get with our trade value, but like we said, we do have some pieces that we could move. So here are some possibilities, like we said. It'll depend on some other moving pieces, but hey, we're going to call it there. Disappointing playoff run, but thanks for sticking around. Remember that with this new upload schedule, This is going up today on Saturday. Sunday, no upload. Monday, no upload this week because starting back school, I'm not going to be able to do it this week. But then after that, Wednesday is going to be the next episode of the Buffalo Sabres. Next live stream on Thursday night with the San Jose Sharks, and so on and so forth. So be sure to follow along on Twitter as well to get updates at twitter.com/data782. Now that I have 1,000 subs, I should be able to do channel updates on YouTube, so I'll try getting some of those out as well. And make sure you follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/data782 to make sure you don't miss the live stream on Thursday night. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Putting out NHL, FIFA 20, and SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom rehydrated content, as well as any other game that you guys would like me to play. Maybe Fall Guys. Some guys were talking about that on the live stream. I'd love to do whatever, just what everybody wants to see. As we've seen before, it's whatever popular demand says goes. You guys asked for a live stream, we did a live stream. You've asked for a Discord, I'm working on making a Discord. You've asked for merch, maybe we'll do merch, who knows, but this is just the beginning. Thank you so much once again for 1,000 subscribers. This is just the beginning of the journey, lots more to come, and until the next one in the draft and off season, I look forward to that. And until the next one, it might just be one whole episode of the off season of the draft and re-sign. It'll depend on a few things, but at least next episode I'll see you at the draft where we may be making some big trades. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.